Cherryton Academy is a normal boarding school where herbivores and carnivores can coexist. But sadly, a murder has occurred, and to help figure out who the perpetrator is, we'll be using DNA fingerprinting to determine who killed Sweet Tem, who was part of the drama club. We have our four suspects, Legoshi, Bill, Miyagi, and Riz, with Legoshi, Bill, and Riz all being part of the same club and closely interacting with Tem, and then Miyagi, being Legoshi's father, being a careful and nervous famous actor who doesn't have a good relationship with his son and might not want his name to be tarnished. So looking at our first VNTR loci, where we have two alleles because all these organisms are diploid, we have our blood sample that Tem was able to get off his perpetrator in the scuffle. And so they have to match up both alleles to be a match. And so since Tem does not match at both, he is not the perpetrator, shockingly. Next, we have Legoshi, who doesn't match, so it can't be him. We have Bill, who matches, so he is a good suspect still. And we have Miyagi, doesn't match. And then since they are biologically related, we can see the relationship between the two here, where they share at least one allele, because you get one allele from each parent. If his mother were on here, she would share this upper allele with Legoshi. Then lastly, we have Riz, but because Riz is so nice and friendly and was Tem's friend, no one thinks it could be him, and everyone assumes it's Bill, and Bill is likely to get prosecuted and jailed. But Bill begs and pleads and swears it wasn't him, despite being aggressive towards herbivores. He would never kill one, and Legoshi believes him. He trusts him being his friend, and so Legoshi is able to convince them to run another VNTR loci to fully determine who the perpetrator is. So we have our two alleles to see where they match. And if they didn't match at the first locus, they can't be the perpetrator. They have to match at all alleles on both loci. And so that immediately eliminates Tem, Legoshi, and Miyagi. Even though Legoshi matches on this one, it can't be any of them. And then looking, Bill doesn't match on this one, and since he doesn't match here, it can't be him. And Miyagi, again, doesn't match, and then again, we can see the relationship between Legoshi and Miyagi with the one shared allele. And so looking at it this way, we can see that Riz matches all alleles on both loci, and so he is most likely to be the perpetrator, which ends up being the case. And so hopefully this is a faster way to get him behind bars instead of the detective work that happens in the actual show.